are for your exams, and I thought I'll share with you some important mistakes which many students do. Hey, everybody is putting day in and day out for your exams, and definitely with your efforts, with your commitment, you are going to succeed in exams. But I don't want you to do such mistakes which will ruin all your efforts. So that's why this video is in the making. So listen carefully. First thing, what are the mistakes which you should not do while preparing for the exams in the last moment and during the examinations? First, the most important mistake, overthinking about fear of failure. Okay, if I fail, what will happen? I cannot afford to spend more 6 months of time, right? What will my relatives think about? Lot of doubts, thinking goes into before the examination, and this actually kills your preparation time. This actually kills your confidence, and this is the real culprit for many students failing in the examinations. So what you should do? Should you not have the fear? The answer is it's not the case. Everybody who is going to write exams will have some amount of fear. But if that fear ruins your preparation, that is what overthinking about fear of failure. Please, fear should be there. That should be a motivator for preparation. Array, I have to prepare more and more, because if I am not prepared enough, then I may not be able to perform well. So it should become a fuel for your success, not fuel for destroying your preparation, right? So don't overthink about. If some fear comes, it should be for a second, it should be for a minute, and bang on, you get back to studies with more energy. That's what your commitment should be. Okay, now the second important mistake, last handwriting I am talking about. Now, last few exams were totally online, so you learned a lot of typing, but now you are shifting to handwriting mode exam. So what importantly matters, I'll tell you what the problem is. Because you will write the answers on a paper, but that all papers will be scanned, and teachers will be correcting the paper on a digital platform on their laptops or whatever the case may be. Now your answers should be so clear that even after scanning, the answer should look good, right? You can use some highlighters, right? Blue pen, black pen, both can be used, not at all an issue. But don't use green and red pen, at least for sure, right? Spacing should be even, font size, whatever you are writing, should be even. Now don't think that I should write a great handwriting should be there, it should be beautiful. Array yaar, you are not writing a love letter, sorry, right? You are writing something what the examiner should understand. It should be clear. That's what the purpose should be. So just check once after writing some paper, scan it, and how it looks. That you just check. Your handwriting should be clear, spacing should be even, and what is the most important thing, highlight the most important things so that you bring the examiner's focus to that points what you actually want them to focus on, right? So handwriting, without, if you have knowledge and if you are not able to present it well, then what will happen? It will lead to a failure. I don't want that to happen. Last few things to remember what you should do is never ever use shortcut. Because of this WhatsApp chat, Instagram chat, what happened? You start using lot of short forms, and if you use short form in exam, examiner will become cruel at you, right? He will ruin your paper, he will not give marks to you. So this should not happen. So never ever use short forms in the exam. Okay, if you are writing some GST paper, you write GST in capital, that's okay, that's understand. That short forms which are used in CMA books, you use that way, right? But if you are using your WhatsApp short forms, right, YOU, you should write YOU, and you are not writing YOU, directly you write U. Oh, great. So this type of things should not BECAUSE, because no BECOZ. Wow, Great, yeah. This type of mistakes never ever do in the examination. It will, the impression totally will be ruined. Next thing, hey, when you are starting a new question, actually, whenever we think about the number of questions, CMA exam this time you will have around six questions, or if it is like online exam pattern only, four sections A, B, C, D will be there, and in that section a new question will start. Question number 1, question number 2, question number 3. In question number 1 there will be sub questions like question number 1A, 1B, 1C, like that. So when you are starting a new question number, please start on a new paper. That will give full clarity for you to think afresh about the question, and to the examiner he will be able to understand that you started a new question. So start on a fresh paper. It doesn't mean that you should start every small piece of question, sub question on a new paper. I'm talking about the main question on a fresh paper. Okay, so you should be clear about this. Right, what I'm talking about, that you should write on a fresh paper, a new question, what I'm going to talk. Now, you should attempt a difficult question first or a easy question first. There are many over smart students. For them this answer is, because normally every student will start with easy questions, because he believes that you will get more marks when you are confident about, and that's what the right practice is. If you think, no, I will complete the difficult question first, easy I can do like this, this type of over smart thinking please avoid in CMA exams. If you do the first question wrong, it ruins the entire paper. Never allow such things to happen. Start with easy questions which you can write with 100% accuracy. Okay, now what I will suggest you, that see the toppers answer scripts. Somebody is a ranker, somebody, if you are able to get CMA papers, that's okay. If you don't get at least CA papers, you will get who are toppers. Their answer script, you see how they have arranged it, how their alignment is, how their writing style is, what they are actually working on, what they are doing extra which you generally don't do. So if you are able to study all these things, actually you will do wonders, and that's what I really want to happen. Okay, so always remember that you are going to refer the toppers paper before you go to the exam. Now 15-20 days are left, right? 15 days, max 15 days. So in this, just refer one or two toppers papers, and whatever highlight important things are there which you want to implement, write down on a piece of paper and do that. Now, should you refer sections? Hey, sections if you refer will give good amount of marks and will give great impression to the examiner. But if you refer wrong section, then entire zero. So if you are 100% sure about section, write it. Otherwise, average marks is okay, but zero is not okay. Correct? So that's why refer sections if you are 100% correct about it. Now what you have to remember, that you have to write working notes. Now this is very important. Hey, you know the answer and you write the final answer directly. But these examiners give marks for each and every step. Each and every detailed working will have a separate mark. Now you may have given 100% correct answer at the end, but because your detailed workings are not forming part of your answer, you will end up getting less marks for those questions where you deserve more, right? So that's why please never ever escape or ignore writing the workings. Please, whenever you write a solution, wherever you did some workings on a calculator, write working note 1, working note 2, working note 3, and at the end of the main solution properly show the detailed workings. This is the most important thing which many students don't do, and that's why they lose lot of marks, especially in the subjects like taxation, accounting and cost accounting. There is a huge loss which you will be suffering. So never do such mistakes. Please write workings in detail with proper reference in the main solution. Okay, now Hey, because now you wrote online exams for some time, completing paper within 3 hours was super easy for you. But offline exam, those who wrote till 2019, ask them. Completing the paper on time within 3 hours is a real challenge. So how will you do? How will you manage? How will you complete the paper on time? Hey, have a proper strategy, have a proper plan for it. Like many things, short questions are there which will come to around 12 marks, so you can write quickly. MCQs you can write quickly, so scoring more marks with less time, that's what you should focus at the start. Suppose there are some long questions which may be for some good amount of marks, 12 marks long question, but it will take 40-50 minutes. 20 marks MCQs, 10-15 minutes. What is important, where you should spend more time? So with less time, scoring more marks, that should be your priority when you start the paper, so that by the end of the time, even if you actually have less time, you should lose less marks because of unavailability of time. That should be the strategy. And try to speed up your writing skills, your working capacity, so that you can complete the paper on time. So planning is important. For each subject, planning differs. For law, you can easily complete on time. Taxation, you can complete on time with little efforts. Accounting, real challenge for anybody. So proper planning for each and everything. During the examinations, what happens, some paper out of the 4 papers in a group, one paper will be definitely tough. Now that paper, if it is tough, the correction may be easy. Now, if you lose hopes after seeing that paper, suppose if it is the first paper and you lose hopes, then what will happen? Ultimately, you are losing a great opportunity to become successful. Maybe you would have got 40 marks in that paper, but that tough paper impacting other papers where you could have got 60 plus marks, it's a total blunder which many students do. So please remember this, that any tough paper, it's common in every attempt for every student across the country. So you are not unique, or you are not the only person suffering, right? So that's why never ever allow that tough paper to really defeat the another papers where you can perform well. Suppose example, Sachin Tendulkar gets a zero marks nahi, zero at a cricket match. He takes that stress to the next match, again he will get a zero. So what he should do, forget about the old match and play the next match with all the enthusiasm and energy. Same is with you, you are playing a match, that's what you should keep in mind. And last thing, when you write the exam, you come out of the exam hall, many students will come, many friends will come, अरे ये आंसर तो ऐसा था रे. If somebody tells like that, just close your ears and get out of it. Never discuss the paper that what answer is right, what answer is wrong. Okay, will do after all the exams are over. But during the examination, it should not affect your preparation. So never discuss with anybody what you wrote, and never ask anybody what was the answer, because something what happened you cannot change. So that's why discussing about it, which can affect other exams, will really ruin your preparation. So never ever do. So these are all the things which actually will affect, I feel, your exam preparation. So I don't want you to do all such things. Share with this video with everybody, so that many people can actually avoid the mistakes and come out with success.